Yeah, my name is Brian Sullivan, and I reached out to Eldercare for my father, Bill Sullivan. Um, he's living in a assisted living facility, and he was doing a drawdown on his funds, and it was a few months out. We were about 6 months out, and all you had to do was look at his savings account and realize that the money will not always be there to cut a check for $5,000 each month. So you have to begin thinking of Medicaid. And like most people, you have no idea where to turn. The first thing you do is you go to the state websites that take you to another site, that take you to another site. And after a lot of Google research, just looking for someone to help, I stumbled upon the Eldercare website link, and I went to it and I was very happy with the messaging. And ultimately, I was looking for someone who can walk me through the entire process, because like most, you know nothing. And so my associate was Liz Gomez. She was my coach, and right from the start, she told me exactly what to do, not only on the phone, but she'd followed up with an email. So I had this reference, and so it was sort of a step-by-step instructions of what I needed to do from here, and then tap me on the shoulder if I was lagging in any way. And the outcome was my father, within just a few week period, went from not being enrolled in Medicaid to being enrolled in Medicaid. And had I not reached out to Eldercare, I think at this point I would probably be a lot more stressed. It probably would have taken many more months because I would have screwed it up. And so, the investment, if you weigh out the investment that was put in versus the time it saved me, and frankly, the funding that came as a result, to me, the ROI was an absolute no-brainer. It's why I agreed to do this video testimonial, because there's folks like me who have no idea where to turn. I'd say the biggest value in working with Eldercare is it saves you hours of your life, and you get it right the first time. So, to me, that's the biggest benefit. It's the communication, telling someone like me what to do. And if you do what you are being told to do, your life will come easy, or be easy, when you get that letter. Because when you open up that Medicaid letter, it's either going to say, sorry, but, try again later. Or what would be fruitful is, you can dispute this. Well, if you screw it up, you're going to get the sorry, we just don't have enough information. And I didn't get that. I got you're accepted, and here is your financial obligation. And so I know that my assisted living for my father will be paid. His health care is going to be covered, right? Because it's United Healthcare covers this, and it's done. And I'm telling you, if someone asked me, how did the whole process work behind the scenes? I would say, I have no clue, but I didn't have to, right? That's the value of Eldercare. Yeah, so if someone came to me and said, hey, Brian, I've got an 83-year-old father with dementia who is running out of funds, what would I say to them? First thing I would do is I'd ask them a question. I would say, how many hours of a week do you have to spend investigating the process? And everybody will say, not much. And so I would say you only have one option. And it's to find a service like Eldercare. Now, another thing that I liked about it, as you're drawing down the funds to eventually get below $2,000, the fee to Eldercare is a legitimate fee that Medicaid goes back and looks and says, no problem. That's right. And so that's a legitimate fee to get you under the $2,000. So if you're going to be on Medicaid anyway, the investment you make in Eldercare will actually cost you zero.